When Cobra Kai first hit our screens, who could have predicted it would become one of the biggest legacy sequels in television history? What started as a nostalgic callback to The Karate Kid grew into a massive series with an even more massive fandom. And now, with Cobra Kai coming to an end, I'm left with one question: what's next? I'm not sure how many of you guys have watched it, but the just-released Cobra Kai finale was devastating, to say the least. To my surprise, the finale started with the unexpected defection of Tori and Miguel to Cobra Kai for the Sekai Taikai. The first final matchup saw Tori taking down the Iron Dragon's Zara, pulling Cobra Kai back into the competition. But the real nail-biter was the boys' final, in my opinion. Miguel started out rough against Axel, and for a second, I thought it was over for him. But then Johnny, being the ultimate sensei, gave him the pep talk of a lifetime, telling him, "You've always had it in you, kid. Now show them." That was the moment everything clicked. Miguel used every lesson he'd learned throughout the series, turned the match around, and delivered the final decisive blow. Axel hesitated just for a second, and Miguel seized his moment. It was all about trust, trusting himself, trusting the training, and trusting that he could win. Just when I thought it was all said and done, the Sekai Taikai officials threw in a twist with one last tiebreaker: Johnny versus Wolf. And let me tell you, my heart was racing. But before the fight, I got one of the most emotional moments in the entire Cobra Kai series. Kreese found Johnny and told him he was proud of him. Yes, proud. After years of manipulation, power struggles, and betrayals, Kreese finally admitted that Johnny had long since surpassed him as a teacher. "You did what I never could. You built something real," he said. And I won't lie, I was fighting back tears. Of course, this is Cobra Kai, so there had to be some last-minute villainy. Terry Silver, proving once again he's the ultimate snake, orchestrated the kidnapping of Johnny's wife and newborn. But Kreese wasn't having any of it. He stormed onto Terry's yacht, and the two had one final showdown. The fight turned chaotic, and in a dramatic turn, a fuel leak turned deadly when Kreese tossed his cigar into the spill. The yacht went up in flames, and just like that, both Kreese and Silver were gone. No bodies, no post-credit hints, just a fiery fitting end for two of the most iconic villains in the Karate Kid universe. Ugh, even talking about it makes my heart broken all over again. Meanwhile, Johnny had the biggest fight of his life against Wolf. He started off struggling, but then Daniel, yes, that Daniel, gave him the motivation he needed. "This is your moment, Johnny. Win it your way," he said. And just like that, Johnny snapped back into focus and took the victory. And with that, Cobra Kai was now officially at the top of the karate world. From there, we got a typical montage that wrapped up everyone's stories beautifully. Chosen reunited with Kim at her dojo in Korea. Robbie and Tori landed massive karate sponsorships. Sam set off for Okinawa for a year-long placement, and Miguel went with her. Johnny, now a certified legend, bought a house for his family, and even Stingray found his calling as a weekend karate instructor. But the best part? Johnny took over the old Cobra Kai dojo, now training students with both the Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do philosophies. Balance, at last. And as if to cement the perfect ending, there was one final scene between Johnny and Daniel. Daniel attempting to catch a fly with chopsticks, just like Mr. Miyagi taught him, only for Johnny to squash it with his hand. And this was Cobra Kai in a nutshell for me. And I loved every second of it. But now, the real question. Where does the Karate Kid universe go from here? First thing first, there won't be a Season 7 in the typical sense. I mean, yes, the series is over. But just because Cobra Kai is over, doesn't mean the franchise is done. The Karate Kid has been a cultural staple since 1984, and this series only strengthened its legacy. And now, it will continue with a brand new movie that will act as if it is the Season 7 of the Cobra Kai series. While the Season 6 finale didn't do much to set the movie up, director Jonathan Entwistle confirmed that he's had detailed conversations with the Cobra Kai team to keep things connected. What I do know is that Daniel will be teaming up with Jackie Chan's Mr. Han to train a new student, Li Fong. Entwistle teased that The Han family and the Miyagi family are connected all the way back to the old times, which sounds intriguing, but it's unclear how much impact that will have on Cobra Kai's story. It is expected from the movie to introduce a new generation of fighters while subtly paying tribute to Cobra Kai. We also know that Daniel and Johnny will be referenced as legends in the karate world, and yes, both are expected to star in it. And let's be honest, if this movie does well, we will be looking at even more spin-offs, maybe even a future series about Miguel or Robbie passing on their teachings. For more weekly updates on Cobra Kai franchise, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.